After the workshop, and you've had time to just let things settle, one of your assignments will be to write a blog post about this workshop to be shared on bodysex.com and also on your website. Carlin, you've written blog posts after every workshop. Why do you do that?
It was marketing.
Yeah.
It was a glimpse. What was it like? Now, here's what I'm writing about. You'll notice I wasn't talking about the details of the women's shares.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't talking about the details of their orgasm because that is private and you can never do that. I would write about my experience. And I found that I would choose a word for each group because each one was so different. So I'd be like, oh, this one was peace, or this one was, honor, or it was joy, and you could read all my old posts.
Mm-hmm.
Each group will have its own energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would write about, my energy going into the circle, things that I've learned, moments from my perspective, but not including other people's personal information.
Yes.
So how do I do that? There was a woman there struggling with X, very generic, very general. It could be anyone, right? Struggling with body image, all of us. And what I realized about myself. So talking about things, you can blog about anything I say, anything Laura says, anything you experience, just not personal details about the women.
Yes. So, and really, if you write after every workshop, it's a great way to reflect and to learn. I know it's hard because in the beginning I was not like a consistent blogger, and I personally did not write about every workshop, and I regret that because it was a learning opportunity. Because when you sit and reflect, see, it kind of forces some reflection. And I love the idea of thinking about a word for every workshop. And it might not come right away. Like sometimes I know right away, like, oh, that workshop, here's the word that kept coming up for me. But other times it would take me a while, like I'd really have to sit with it. And since you've been journaling throughout the weekend, going back through and reading your journal entries will help kind of put it all together for you. So this is an assignment that you will need to do before we meet one-on-one and before you can complete this module and go on to the next one.
It's almost like closure. It's like we've had this expansive experience and now I'm going to right? And go back to my day-to-day life. And then it's wonderful to have it. I was doing bad stories. I started reading my old workshop blog posts because you think you're going to remember the moments, but you forget them.
Right.
So it's also our history.
Yes.
Having it all there and having it text. And I know it's hard, but really writing is a muscle.
Yes.
And the more you do it, the easier it is. In the beginning, it would be really hard to find a point of view or what am I going to say? And by the end, it was like, all right, let's wrap this up. And it felt good. Because then it was like I processed that experience.
Yes. And then it's going to be so valuable in marketing because you'll be able to share what goes on in your workshops. So potentially
a couple of pictures in there.
Yes. Yep. And that space is so beautiful that absolutely you'll be able to get some nice pictures, and it doesn't have to be like super long. You write until you've said what you need to say.
And if you notice, I started ending it the same way. At the end, I would say thank you, and I would write all the vulva names. So I would take a note during General Show and Tell, and it was like, okay, Pearl, Ocean. And I would just say a thank you at the end. And always end with an orgasm selfie. That's how I started taking the orgasm selfies of myself because I couldn't take pictures of the women. So you'll find something like that, like a hook, something that you repeat.
Yes.
Again and again. And also makes it, once we have structure, it's easier to write.
Yes, exactly. So we want you to exercise this muscle as part of this module. And we look forward to reading your blog post and talking about it with you.